Okay, folks, so we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, I'm going to be your friendly oracle today, because today we are going to be taking out for a spin a game we haven't played on the channel yet, and that is a Monolith. I think it's Monolith Studios, but it might be Monolith Entertainment. Anyway, in any event, the Monolith board game company published about 2 years ago the Batman Gotham City Chronicles role-playing game in connection with one of their Kickstarters for their board game of the same name, the Gotham City Chronicles. And it is, we were originally had the guard session scheduled for this morning, and then some folks couldn't make it, and then I pitched this as a replacement, and then Ingolf joined in on the session, and then John took ill, so we've got nobody from the guard campaign, but Ingolf is joining me in Gotham City, or its outskirts, to take this game for a run. So joining me today is Ingolf. Ingolf, who are you and who are you playing?
Yeah, so I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Kate Kane, better known as Batwoman. So she's, fighting as a vigilante in typical fashion, meaning alone.
Nice. All right, so some background for this. We were talking about this before we went live, but I didn't know this when I read the game. So the game originally was, like I said, kickstarted as a kick-on, like a separate part of Kickstarter for their board game. I think it was the third chapter of their board game. And I've never played the board game before. I just backed this. It was, as I understood it, based on a D20 game. I've subsequently come to learn that it's based on French RPG. There's that I'm not familiar with, and for French viewers, I do apologize for the French I'm about to butcher here, but it is Chroniques Oubliees Contemporain. I'm not familiar with that game. I've never heard of it before, but apparently it is a game that uses the OGL and 3.5 as a starting point and then makes some substantial changes to the game, similar to what Fantasycraft does. And we've played quite a bit of Fantasycraft, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get this one to the table. We have not run this before, so I'm going to screw up a whole bunch of stuff on this, I have no doubt. There are some other reference sheets and stuff like that I would have liked to got in the game, but I don't have. There's a wonderful GM screen that comes with the Kickstarter, which is super fucking awesome. But unfortunately, there isn't a PDF version that has all the incredible references in here, and the references are not in the core rulebook. The game itself, if you are interested in checking it out, there is what's called the Skyline version that they've got out right now, which is a reprint with errata and whatnot, different covers, and a slipcase that includes all of the games. The book that came out with the original Kickstarter was a slipcase that had the GM screen and the core rulebook. But really, if you're going to play the game, the thing that's kind of necessary for the setting is the guide, which is like a 300-page book that's just a guide of providing a unified version of Gotham City. It's incredible, even just as a Batman fan. Incredible setting source book, and then it's got a ton of adversaries and friends in there as well, ready to play. So really, if you are going to play, if you are interested in checking this out, the core book probably is not going to be sufficient on its own. I highly recommend grabbing the guide as well. And then if you do want to get adventures, there's the adventure book as well that has been released, which has a campaign as well as a couple separate individual adventures, and that one is 300 pages long as well. And the Skyline edition, I can't remember if it has all three in one slipcase or if it's just the guide and the core rulebook. But in any event, that's the game. Monolith is one of those European publishers that seems to go to great lengths to make sure you're not aware of their games and that you can't buy the games in English. They are in English and they're available in French as well. French is your preferred language. But yeah, it is relatively easy, and there is a quick start that I should link. It's on DriveThruRPG. I will link that in the video after the session. I just have not done so yet. So this game, Ingolf, is, like I said, is based on D20s. There are one of the ways that you will tweak the D20 rolls is with different modifiers, and that's just like other games, and just like the D20, the OGL predecessor, there's sort of like discrete amounts of modifiers you can put in. So when there is modifiers to your roll, You can gain, let me see here, there is a really helpful list in the core book, but I'm going to see if it's on the GM screen as well. It's not. That is okay. You can pick one of your, what do they call it? So this game, I was talking to Ingolf before, this game is another one of the European games that is a little bit of a victim of literal translations. Like, it's intelligible. There's no like clunky English in it. It's just that there are certain words that are chosen for game mechanics that are really unconventional for English language speakers, or just not used in other English language games. And I think that when you understand the context of them, it's not a problem. But it's just that initial reading, you're like, wait, what the fuck is this? And then you can get the context. So the meat of the game is something called ways, which is the abilities that your character has that distinguish your character from other characters. Every character gets a certain number of points for something called, let's see here, it's another one of those conventions, capacities. So they call them capacities. You have capacity points, which you can then buy capacities, which are the different steps within your way. So opening up Kate's sheet, and these character sheets are really, really helpful for trying to understand the different ways. So Kate, on the 2 different pages, has access to 5 different ways, I believe. A way of justice, way of hand-to-hand, way of investigation, way of stealth, and way of speaking. The ways are organized into different broad categories as well, where there are like common ways, ways of shadow, and ways of wonders. And it runs the gamut. For the Batman universe, incorporates everything from, street level serial killers like Dr. Zsasz up to absolutely, wild speculative science stuff like, Mr. Freeze. And the different scope of the wonders, the different scope of ways allows you to cover that. The type of campaign you're playing, whether it's a street level game, a shadows game, or a wonders game, tells you which powers you gain access to. It doesn't limit what your adversaries are going to have access to, but it limits what you're having access to. So Batwoman is a shadows category, so she doesn't have any, she can't read minds, she can't shoot fire or anything like that. Each of the capacities under the ways gives you different abilities. You can pick one capacity to give a modifier to a dice roll for any given dice roll. There's a couple other shorthand things that are in here. MA means melee attack. RA means range attack. DM means damage modifier, and by damage modifier, they mean the dice you roll for it. So it doesn't mean modifier as in some existing number that you then change. It's that. Let's see here. The other thing that is cool about the ways is they're also intended to give kind of like broad modifiers for what we would normally see as a skill system. So if you've got, for instance, you got 4 levels in the way of justice. Well, if there are things that you would want to know, like, say, police procedure, you might be, if you're just rolling a knowledge check for it, then we would get you +2 to that roll for every level you've got in that relevant way. So there's also a fun way to interpret beyond what's on the character sheet. Most things are just characteristic rolls. So you will be rolling strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, perception, and willpower. And willpower is sort of the catch-all social skill as well. That seems to be the one that they reference most, like chatty shit doing. You'll see Kate has an asterisk next to both dexterity and perception. What that means is you roll those with an edge. An edge is advantage. You roll 2d20, you take the better of the 2 results. One interesting thing in the game is I can't remember if there is the equivalent of disadvantage, but what you typically do, rather than rolling 2 dice, 2 d20s, and rolling the worst of the 2, is you stage the dice down to a d12. So, for instance, I think, I don't know if Kate has this. Oh, you do, double attack. So, for instance, your double attack under the way of hand-to-hand combat, You gain 2 melee attacks per round, and on your second one, you roll a d12 instead of rolling a d20. That's under number 4 of that.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
Okay, and you can also, Master of Combat, instead of rolling a d20, you can choose to roll a d12, and you get to add 2d6 to the damage modifier. So it's a pretty big hit. The weapons are pretty abstracted in the game, so like they'll have like short range, small range weapon or long range, so you can kind of fit whatever you need within the scope of that. But you've got batarangs as your ranged attack, and natural weapons is kicking, punching, elbows, knees, however you want to describe your way of beating the hell out of the criminal, scum of Gotham. You also have traits, which are pretty neat, and disadvantages. These are just, again, general things. Traits can stack with capacities. So you got +5 on tests about army knowledge. The trait corporatist is another one of those kind of odd ones. Corporate doesn't mean business. Corporate means organization in the context of this. So the organization that Kate gets a benefit on is anything relating to the military. So, it says army, but yeah, I take what you, yeah.
It's the Navy. When it's a boat, she's out.
Exactly. The Navy, she's completely out. Your token I've set up for you. The red bar is your hit points, obviously. Your green bar is your exploit points. Exploit points are the narrative meta currency one of the narrative meta currencies in the. No, that's not true. They are the narrative meta currency because there's another modifier you can use, but they are the sole narrative meta currency. So your character has exploit points. I'm just turning to the sheet to make sure I don't get this wrong. Exploit points can be spent to add 10 to the result of any dice result after you rolled it. You can also, on a successful dice roll, spend an exploit to turn it into a crit. You can also spend an exploit point to increase your defense by 10 just against one attack. Your ways may also give you other ways to spend EP or exploit points. And I'm just going to see if she's got any that jump out here. Yeah, once per combat. So just in time, under Way of Justice. Once per combat, you can spend an exploit point to ignore damage from one hit. Let's see here. Is there anything on the second page? No, nothing there. Okay. Then, so that's what exploit points. And you'll get exploit, I think, maybe once an hour. I'll give one back just to keep them flowing. You're supposed to be, like, they last for an entire scene, but... the entire session. I think they refresh at the start of... Is it an adventure or session? Do not know. NPCs have different rules for exploit points. I've got exploit points for them as well, but I can spend 2 of them to ignore damage from a hero. I can expend 1 to reroll a crit fail, and I can expend 1 to take an extra action during a turn. You only get them back per adventure. NPCs get them back every 24 hours. So every time you face, if you let, it adds a little bit of a ticking clock element to it, I think. So, like, if the Joker gets away, when you face him again, however many exploit points he has, he's going to have them again. And it's neat, the way that the NPCs seem to be set up. Some of the NPCs who are lower level end up having a lot more exploit points. So, like, even though their stats aren't quite as good combat-wise, they've got ways to get around that to extend the fight, which is interesting. Yeah. Only after the adventure ends or every 4 to 8 hours of play. Okay, so there we go. That's how often you refresh it. You also get them back for good role-playing. Let's see here. The other thing I wanted to mention, and this is the last game mechanic we'll talk about before we get in and start beating the hell out of you, is your ethics. So every character has 4 ratings in 4 different kinds of ethics: order, anarchy, justice, and crime. Those are intended to fluctuate based on your actions in the course of a campaign. So if you're challenged by something and you do something that violates your tenets of justice, that might go down. Or if you do something that is, costing you something, but it's at the interest of order, then you may gain increase in that. What you can also do is, I can't remember if it's once per session, but you can, let's say that it is, because I can't remember, you can call on one of your ethics to gain a bonus equal to double whatever your score is. So you just need to rationalize it in the scene, but then I get to impose a penalty at some point later relating to that ethic or relating to your ethics in general. So it's a neat way of, like, you gain access to it, but then it opens the door for me to be able to do something fun. For your abilities, there's quite a bit of stuff that's on you got, like, I don't know, 15 abilities. I don't think they're that, like, you're going to learn what these are over the course of the session, I imagine. If we miss some of these, it's not going to be terribly consequential. The only other thing maybe I'll mention is your gadgets. Batarangs, we know what those do already. You've got armor-piercing batarangs, explosive batarangs, freeze grenades, and stun grenades. And basically, the grenades are ways of attacking area effect or hitting more than one character. They do mechanically what you expect them to do. Freeze grenades will trap someone in one place or seal a door or whatever. Stun grenades will do that. The armor-piercing batarangs, I don't remember what they do. Let me just quickly check on the... There's a surprisingly robust gear section.
Yeah. So, but there's a bat belt, which will contain anything that might come up in the adventure.
Not like that's an Omni gadget from DC Heroes.
Yeah, it's like...
Spend a hero point, you can get whatever you want out of there.
Shark repellent that I always keep in hand.
Yeah. I guess it would be a VPP in Champions. Okay. Where the heck is it? Hold up. Words of Heroes. There's a neat, you can add extra layers of complexity to the game by adding in, team modifiers and team benefits and stuff as well. So, there's a lot of meat. And, the number of ways that are available in the game, they assume you're going to make your own character as opposed to necessarily playing one of the Bat family or one of the villains, because you can play the villains as well. But the character generation is pretty fucking cool. Okay, so armor-piercing batarangs. They ignore damage reduction of 5 or less. So there's a lot of characters that end up having, because of their armor, they'll have armor reduction, like your composite armor.
It's armor reduction of 5 against melee and 8 against ranged attacks.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's actually higher than in the core book. Awesome. The explosive batarangs. Let's see. They just do more damage against a single target. It's basically the same as your normal batarangs, but an additional 2d6 damage dice. Boy, Batman didn't give you the remote control batarangs. That feels like someone is being left out. Okay.
Yeah. It's
here we go. Utility belt.
I have a bat cycle. Maybe it's the old one from
cool.
Robin.
So here's what the bat belt does. It holds 10 batarangs of any type and 5 grenades of any type. So basically, think of like Forge in the Dark games where you tick down what you use. Once you've used 10 batarangs, you are out. And 5 grenades. We'll just, whatever ones you pulled out, those are the ones you have. And I think, and Bat Cape. Let's see if that does anything. Bat Cape. Where is it here? Batman Family Cape. Gives DR5 against targeting, against damage, range attacks targeting the back or legs, and 8 against fire. You can also use a combat action to use it as cover if you need extra cover from the bat thing. That's pretty cool. Well, grapple gun. Grapple gun. Here we go.
I have an idea what it does, but
Plus 15 for all tests involving climbing up to 150 meters vertically and can carry a weight of 180 kilograms or less. You tell us a European game which got kilograms in it.
Yeah. Can take someone with me. Yeah, I think she's about 80 kilograms. I read somewhere. So.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, probably.
I think that's without armor, but I don't know.
Let's see. Okay. Then that is
60. I said 80. I meant 60. Okay,
60. Okay.
Yeah. Because, I'm sorry.
Yeah, is it 2.2 pounds per kilogram?
Might be, something like that.
Okay. All right. Discretion. Discretion just means hiding. It means stealth. I wasted more time than I would care to admit trying to figure out what discretion meant. Discretion turns out just means stealth and hiding. So, and those are all governed by dexterity. Pretty much everything is a ability test and then modified by capacities or traits or circumstances. So, that is the game in a nutshell. Initiative is a fixed score. And then if you have one that is 20 or higher, you actually get to take a second action. There's iterative. Remember how 3rd edition Shadowrun used to work, where you'd roll like the high thing and then you'd subtract 10 and subtract 10? Same idea in this. So, all right. Any questions?
None that have materialized so far.
Okay.
So she has a weak heart, I see.
Oh, yeah.
So that is something.
In case of
I don't have to have critical failures. That would be very bad.
Yeah. In case of critical failure or more than 7 damage sustained, must make a Constitution check or sustain -5 on tests for strength, dex, and MAs for 2. Oh, cool. And melee attacks. Huh. There's also a thing called injury rating. Where is it here? So your hit points. Oh, maybe injury's not in the what do you call it? Not in the quick start rules. It's basically like if you take a certain amount of damage in one round, then you suffer an injury, which gives you a penalty. You start rolling D12s instead of D20s for your tasks. Which means if you have an edge, you still roll 2d12. Okay, then. I think we're ready to dive in here. So, we're going to be using, for those listening at home, a modified version of the Quick Start Adventure. So if you do want to play that adventure, it's going to contain potentially spoilers. Actually, it probably won't because... No, I will, because there's some elements of it that I'm going to be using, but I'm changing the villains in it because I want to use a villain that I really fucking love. Okay, so then, Kate,
Yes.
Here's what we assume, is that you got a message from, and I think we're going to set this in, it's the default adventure set in Gotham, but I sort of rationalized a reason for why this is in BLUDHAVEN. BLUDHAVEN is a city said to be downriver from Gotham, for those who aren't familiar. It's pronounced BLUDHAVEN in the new Peacekeeper TV series for some bizarre reason, but that happens on an alternate Earth, so I'm assuming that it is a weird pronunciation of BLUDHAVEN, which is how I've heard it pronounced in every other media, that is unique to that particular Earth. So, which is funny because I guess I'm forcing a German to not use an umlaut when pronouncing it in golf. So
yeah, BLUDHAVEN, yeah, okay.
Okay, so BLUDHAVEN, which is downriver, and it's also said to be like the downstream. It's like it was originally presented in the Nightwing comics as like the worst version of Gotham than Gotham. Because it has all the negative qualities of Gotham, but none of the positive qualities of like industry and tech and things like that. So it is here where you were messaged by, I think it's either Alfred or Dick. I'm going to say maybe Alfred. And it was somewhat, obviously, if it's coming from Alfred, it's got to be something to do with Bruce. And we're assuming this is like a post or contemporaneous with the Batman Incorporated era, where there is a rich and expansive Bat family. But I'll leave it to you as to whether or not what the state of your relationship with Bruce is at this point. Whatever the reason is, you've chosen to respond to Alfred, and what he's asked is there is old money, or there was in Bludhaven, in a similar way to what there is in Gotham, but it's sort of the, I can't remember which one is the wealthier one, West Egg or East Egg in Great Gatsby, but whichever one is the shittier version, that's what the shittier version of, the wealthy people in Bludhaven are. One of these is actually not an old family. It is someone who, it was an old Russian emigre family that has now been taken over by new money. So this is an oligarch who has come over, who it's said has connections to some of the underworld in there. His name is Anton Khalil. And Khalil is having some kind of charity event. Alfred has asked that you attend this thing. He has not given you further information. He has simply asked that you attend and watch out for things. So I'm going to assume that you are doing so in your guise as fancy Kate Kane, not regular Kate Kane, because Kate normally would have short hair and wear, the kind of stuff you would expect to find them for like street kids, I guess. She also can gussy herself up as a member of the powerful Kane family from Gotham, one of the fine families of Gotham, like the Waynes.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's why I expect to be just let in, although I'm maybe not even invited.
Precisely.
Appear.
So I'm going to use the Gotham skyline here as our background. I tried to use as much art from the book as well as I can, much of which is just drawn from comics, I suppose. But so this is, you would see maybe upriver from this, but it is, you can picture a extremely old, it has that colonial built vibe to it that Wayne Manor has, although this clearly has been refurbished and in an exceptionally tacky manner. This has new money and also new money from elsewhere. So lots of gold gilt, lots of people in very flashy suits with, exotic animal skins perhaps incorporated into them. But it is a very otherwise fancy kind of party. So how do you think you would be, and I think at a moment's notice, you can go and change into your costume, you've got it with you or accessible somewhere. What would you do having arrived?
Yeah, I think I would just mingle. I mean, at first, I think you have to have some kind of spectacular entrance. So I think we would have a little bit more flashy limousine than normal. And so, but when she's there, I think she wants to have some attention. And that's the normal thing she expects.
Awesome. So
but only at the first thing. So maybe let's see how that works out.
So let's see here. I don't think I'm going to ask for a willpower check just to see how big the impression is, and let's see if there's anything you've got that might, a capacity that might modify that. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I think I'm not in the talking thing already. It's just more like my claim to fame is the money that my family has.
Yeah. I mean, speaking is in a way about presentation as well. So let's give you the +4 on that because you got 2 levels in way of speaking.
Okay.
So then that'll be a willpower check, so 1d20 plus 6.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Okay.
And difficulty numbers in this are very similar to like the D20 version. Nat 20, already a crit. Okay, so you have drawn the attention of Anton Khalil, and he comes over and I think he like declares that like, oh, if you've been, I know I did not invite you, but I would remember. But I am the one who has, I am the one who has erred in this, because I clearly should have invited. Who are you, my enchanting beauty?
Yeah, I'm Kate Kane. You have maybe heard of.
The famous, the Gotham Canes.
Yes.
Very. I am terribly sorry. And he leans in on you and says, you will be very pleased to hear another of the Gotham luminary families is here too to grace my home.
Oh, interesting. So, who?
I cannot say. It will spoil surprise. You have surprised me in attending my house. Allow me to surprise you.
Yes,
in return.
So, I was. Let me then. I whispered it politely back. So I heard that you and your enterprise are the up and comers here in Bloodhaven. So there is opportunity not only for a glorious party, but maybe for other things as well in the future. So
yeah. Why don't you give us a, let's see here, I think that's an intelligence. Yeah, because you're trying to be crafty, right?
Yeah.
So there is actual, hold on, I'm just going to look, because there is guidance in what sort of tests for it, and some of them are not necessarily what I would have thought of first. So let me just quickly look at the descriptions they give for it, because they do have, I will say, in the core rulebook and the guidebook, there's a ton of really, really, really good advice on, in particular, how Batman stories differ from a lot of superhero stories. Like, it's mysteries, it's investigations, it's conspiracies. Like, that's what Batman stories are primarily about. So it gives you really good advice on that. All right, so intelligence is used for actions involving memory, comprehension, and the comprehension of complexities. Willpower is politeness, persuasion, or when will is required. So I think it's willpower, actually. And then you'll get +2 from your smooth talker.
Yes. So then it's +4 in total.
+4, yeah.
That's maybe not so convincing, but yeah.
But this is where you could spend an exploit point to add +10 to that.
Yeah, but do I want to? I mean, maybe he could see through that lie, because that's what we do. We make stuff up on the spot.
Okay.
So no, yeah.
But what you've effectively implied is that he's part of a criminal organization. If
really?
Isn't that what you said? You're up and comer in Gotham, and you whispered it surreptitiously?
No, I like he's there's new money to and I'm from
in the social context. Okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not that. He's
so then
no, I didn't want to be the mobster here.
So then I think what you see, if you're going to take the failure here, what you see is he leans in. He doesn't take it that way. He leans in and gives you just this, like, given your experience in the military, given your experience as Batwoman, you know a killer when you see one, and his eyes just go ice fucking cold. He looks you square in the eyes and says, "In more ways than you know." And he gives you a grin that has no warmth to it whatsoever. And this suddenly feels like, however Kate feels in this party at this time, it now really feels in the belly of the beast. More so. And you're looking around, and all the looks you're seeing of all the different people in here too. Like, why don't you give us a perception check? Let me just quickly take a look here. To give some...
Yeah. I have sharp senses, so it should give me a +2 on perception tests.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
And perception
Excellent.
is also one where I have an edge. So
Fabulous. Yep. So roll. So what is your total modifier then?
+4, I suppose, and then.
Okay. So let's see here. Oh, your +2 is your modifier from your. Oh, you sharp senses as well. Yeah. So actually, it's +4 in total.
Yes.
So roll 2d20. We'll add 4 to the highest result.
Oh, no, that didn't work because I messed up. So
Okay. Is there a way of rolling that?
Yeah, it should be, but it will now give me we will take the higher one. So it's 18.
Nice. 18. Got it. Okay. All right. So looking around, what you can see is that there are a number of members of the BLUDHAVEN PD that are in here. I'm fucking doing it now. The BLUDHAVEN PD that are in here, and they all stand out pretty substantially and seem to be keeping to themselves from many of the other members of the group. I will tell you, an 18 is good. But this uses the sort of like standard 2d20 like d20 system things. Easy is 5, medium's 10, difficult 5, very difficult 20, near impossible 25, unbelievable 30.
Okay.
I mentioned that because you could spend a
then let's go with an exploit here because maybe I'm just missing something.
Which would jack it up to 28.
Yeah.
So as you're looking around, you're sort of jostled by a waiter. Oh, are you able to change your? Did I remember to give you permission to change your token?
No, I can't even mark it or something. Just
let me do this. Hold on. Okay, controlled by. Oh, right, because there's no character sheet. I'm so used to there being character sheet. There you go. You got full control over her token now. All right.
Yeah.
So you spending that exploit, what you can tell now is that when one of the people bumps past you, for one, you can feel that underneath the like white blazer they've got on as their serving thing, there is definitely a weapon of some kind, a firearm of some kind that's underneath there in a like shoulder holster. And the other thing you see is that when he turns and apologizes to you in a very thick Russian accent, is that there are clearly tattoos that are running up his neck that you would recognize immediately as part of the, what do you call it, the Odessa syndicate. I can't remember, Odessa family? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, the Russian, one of the Russian gangs based out of Gotham. And as you sort of look around, you can tell that there's got to be at least 20 of these folks that are in here. So something is amiss in this party. What would you like to do, if anything?
Yeah, right now they haven't done anything illegal, and just for sure we couldn't just beat people up. So I think I'll just go somewhere to the side, maybe where I can just escape to somewhere where I can change my costume if necessary.
Sure.
I suppose I have put it somewhere to
between panels. Yeah. So you get yourself to the side, and you see that there is also sort of a podium that is set up in this in the midst of this party, and the hubbub of this yours kind of dies down because you do suddenly see someone sort of stumble forward towards the podium, bump into somebody, they apologize to them, and it's a face you recognize because it's your cousin, Bruce.
Oh.
He goes by, and what you can see, for apologies for looking away, I didn't have time to get a printed version of the quick start. So he suddenly appears, and he is pale. He is sweating slightly, and he seems a little shaken. He hobbles up the stairs. You need not make a perception check for this because you can see, but he's got several bruises on him that he's tried to conceal with, he's done a pretty good job of it, conceal with concealer, but it's obvious that he has just been involved in something, and breathlessly he stumbles up and kind of taps on the mic, and everyone sort of, draws the attention to him, and he gives his, what is a well-crafted disguise as kind of a buffoonish billionaire type. And he says, Dear friends, I should think twice before going jogging so late. I got lost, and, well, let's just say after running through the woods after dark, it can lead to some nasty falls. And he gestures to one of the concealed bruises, and the crowd kind of laughs at his, efforts at humor. But let us turn our thoughts to our law enforcement and BLUDHAVEN law enforcement, for what they've dealt with, for what they're currently going through, and for what they've accomplished, for the hope that they continue to give BLUDHAVEN. And you can see that there is sort of a cheap-looking banner that is like BLUDHAVEN PD. So this is, I guess, a fundraiser for them. We owe them our support. We owe it to them to stay by their side during difficult times. We owe it to them to fight side by side against crime. And then he pauses. He closes his eyes as if he's about to sway and as if he's about to fall. He steadies himself on the thing. The whole crowd kind of like, you can hear people murmuring, and there are more than a few things of like, he's high, he's drunk, Bruce Wayne gossip shit. And he then finally steadies himself, and he appears that he's about to speak again when a very, very loud gun goes off, and an automatic gun. And your eyes snap over to the source of it, and you see someone has basically made their presence known on one of the big sweeping staircases leading down here. Allow me to show you who he is. The sound of gunfire, curiously, is coming from his arm. Not a weapon in it, but his arm itself. And that is because it is the KG Beast, Anton Khalil. Not Anton Khalil, what's his name? I can't remember what his secret identity is. The KG Beast. Now, you can give us you get +5 to your, what do you call it?
Discretion check or something?
Yeah, just to see how much you know about your intelligence check, to see how much you know about the beast.
Yeah.
So you get +5 in knowledge from corporatist. It's not about the army, is it? Shit. Do you have any other things?
I mean, one could say that he's. Is he someone who is so infamous that he's hunted or he's wanted for major crimes? So justice could be something. I don't know.
Yeah, I buy that. So +8. So it'll be a total of +10. I'll bring a token down here.
19.
Nice. That's a great roll. Okay, so that only has +4. You had +10, so that's actually 24.
Oh.
Wait. Oh no. Sorry, I'm a dumbass. I scrolled up. So 19. What you know is, he's Russian. You know that he is some kind of... Bruce faced him at some point, and he is some kind of fucking cyborg. So you also think that the reason he's got a cybernetic arm now is somehow relating to Bruce, but you don't know why. So Let me bring a token down here for KG Beast. Go. And, let's see here, his... There's KG Beast and his exploit points. Okay. And what you also see is it appears that many of the thugs that were with him, there are groups that are suddenly throwing... Let's start with maybe 4 guys that are coming behind you or around your area, and then there is going to be a couple groups of thugs. Here we go. Thug Group 1.
Yep.
This game uses, what do you call it, horde rules, the way that, some things do. So the 2 other ones, those will be hordes of thugs, and then there's going to be some individual things, because I'm interested in seeing, how the rules play out when you face individual guys and how the rules play out when you face these hordes. Okay, let me just quickly set the tokens for these folks. It is out of the core book. Earlier on. Here we go. All right. Okay, so they are generic. Okay. So, these fellers will have 8 hit points and no... They're all armed with, fully, like submachine guns or, carbines. And each of the hordes there will represent about 10 guys. And they're starting to sort of get people in order, and you can see the Beast is going to begin making his way towards Bruce.
Okay.
So let's just...
yeah.
Where here? Horse. There we go.
So, just to make sure, have I already put on the costume?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, so
you're going to be, but it'll take one action to get yourself changed at.
Okay.
You were sort of ready to do that, and perhaps like as soon as you started hearing that, you ducked out.
Yeah.
So it'll be like one. They'll sort of be in position maybe when you come back, and then we'll start the fight that way. And you can try and sneak in or something like that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Damage dice in this explode, which is interesting. Okay. So there is Horde 1, Horde 2. You can picture they're sort of mingling in with the crowd and sort of like getting people in order. How do you want to enter the scene then? Are you trying to sneak in? Are you trying to make a flashy entrance? Are you going to attack right away, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think she's more like trying to sneak in.
Okay.
And then because I want to use all my ways of justice.
Hell yeah.
Things, and then they require for me to be in stealth. So just
got it. Okay. Let me get a initiative tracker. Okay, so you can just enter your initiative score into there. I think it's 19.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 18. 18.
18. Okay.
18.
And then Beast.
Probably he has 5 or something because he's very slow.
It's cybernetically enhanced though.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually like 30.
Yeah, I
wishful thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. KG Beast. Here we go. Yeah, his initiative's 34. Okay.
Yep. Doesn't help if he doesn't know I'm coming.
Does not. No. And the initiative of these guys is 11. All right, let me. Sorry, I just want to look up one quick thing. I know that he gets a second action on a 10. I actually don't know if it's iterations of 10. Like whether he would get 3 chances to act or it's only a second one because it's more than 10. Here we go. All right, initiative. Here we go. And range attacks, additional actions. Okay, here we go. Any character with an initiative score between 20 and 29 has an opportunity to provide a second one. Characters with an initiative score 30 to 39 can intervene a third time under the same conditions. Okay, so Beast gets 3 actions. So let me just maybe add 2 more turns for him. There we go. 24. 14. Cool. All right. So.
Yeah, you say it's cool. I'm not so sure.
All right. So then the Beast gets to go. So his first action is, you can see he moves through the crowd, racing towards Wayne. And as one or two, curiously, not every member of the BLUDHAVEN PD seems to be trying to intervene here. Just going to make space here. All right. But there's one or two who kind of like, hey, and they step forward, and it's as if he's like not even walking through people. It doesn't stop him whatsoever. He hammers these guys, and they go flying up and land onto like a buffet table. And you remember now that Bruce also mentioned he's got cybernetic and enhanced strength. So that was his first action. His second action will be to reach Bruce, who sort of is pantomiming his best cowardly billionaire thing, and Beast is grabs hold of him and raises him up. Kate, your turn.
Yeah, so I would just try to hide in the shadows.
Okay. Give us a... So you get a bunch of...
So that is plus 8 on dexterity with edge.
Okay, so be 2d20 plus 12, and you got edge.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just rolling 2d20, and we add 12 to the higher one.
Okay.
So that would be 30.
Here's another cool thing. Just like Pathfinder 2, if you roll 10 over a target number, that's a crit. So you've effectively got, like, these guys have no fucking clue where you are. So whatever other modifier you've got, I'm going to give you also edge on your attack for that crit.
That's great. So,
Kate.
And yeah, and then I would like to attack and maybe just one of the mobs so that we have a kind of an exit strategy for the civilians out here.
Okay, so one of the hordes or one of the individual thugs?
Yeah, I just didn't. So the 4 here, these represent the horde, or is this the horde?
4 individuals here, these individual dudes are individual guys sort of near where you were.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, in case you wanted to engage individually. Each of these, the bigger one, maybe I'll make them a little bigger. There you go. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize I got the image in such shitty resolution, so they're very blurry. They have some kind of camo optic effect on them, Ingolf. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's not that I got like a fucking postage stamp size image and then blew it up.
No. It's high tech. So yeah, my idea is, so there might be a major fight coming on here. So just give the civilians a little bit of space to get a way out. So if I could, and just because this one is from the left, I would. Yeah.
So they take damage as a whole. And then every increment of their hit points, you take one of the things down. And it's like a lot of the other like minion horde games. The bigger the group, the more dangerous they are. The more you whittle that number down, the more... And you know what I'll do? This is probably a good way for you to know. I'm going to show you on the blue bar how many there are. So you see that 10 now?
Yes.
That's how many make up that horde still. Okay. So let's see here.
Let's just see. So if I
there we go. Let's say for ease of reference, how about these guys are like following closely behind the beast?
Okay. Yeah.
So he's got his like individual minions, not a horde with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
you get Shades or Baldy. Who do you want to attack?
I think this one, just because he's I don't know, he looks more mean than the other one, who is already close to death.
Okay.
Looking at the picture. So I have inflicted the surprise state on adversaries. Okay. Because I have a successful discretion test. That is the initial way number 2. And then I would just attack, and I don't know, maybe I just jump in between them and just kick and punch and whatever.
Sure. Let's see if okay, so is the state there is they call it prejudicial states.
Okay. Again,
I'm sure it's a translation thing. So what they mean by conditions is prejudicial states in the game. Surprised, -5 penalty to death, and they're unable to provide. So they're not going to be able to take actions this round. That's incredible. That means none of them are going to be able to attack you this round.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you want to attack? Do you want to use your batarangs? Do you want to use your martial arts?
Yeah, I think I would use martial arts.
And do you want to do double attack?
Not right now. I would just first just try to just hit them normally and see how much damage it makes.
There's no penalty. Double attack, it just means you can take 2 melee attacks per turn. No penalty to the first one. It's only the second one that's with a D12.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So but if I see correctly, I can only pick one in each.
No. You can only
one.
You can only apply one modifier from a what are they called? I've already forgotten the name.
Away.
Conditions, complexities. What the fuck are they called?
Yeah, but can you pick 2 ways in the same action or only one? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so then okay, then I would do that.
Awesome.
Because I wanted to fish for crits with the first-rate fighter.
Awesome. Okay. So you what do we see as this black and red figure just drops down?
Yeah, maybe like the Tasmanian devil or so, just appears within this group and kicking and punching in each direction.
All right, so you're using your natural weapons. So first attack will be 1d20 plus... 2d20, because you have edge on this attack, because that crit on your stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Going 2d20, or roll with edge plus 8. And they got -5 to their defense. Their defense is currently an 8.
Yeah, and with the first-rate fighter, I get a +1 on the attack also. That's a little bit...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's +9, okay.
That might already be incorporated into your...
8
modifiers.
So okay.
Yeah, so but it does mean you get a crit on a 19 or 20 as well.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Okay, so then that is a solid. Yeah, fuck. You drop down, and that is a critical hit. So you'll do double damage. So that is.
No.
Oh, you didn't roll yet?
No, I didn't roll yet. So,
okay.
That is a 24. So 16.
24.
For the.
Right, and they were an 8. So that is a crit. So you drop down, and knees and elbows and fists are just flying at these guys. Give us a 2d8 plus 4 roll. 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4.
Yeah, okay. 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4. So that's a 17.
17. Okay, so let's minus 17, and that is 2 of them that are down so far. And then give us your 1d12. You have advantage on this, or edge on this. 2d12 plus 8.
Yeah. That's 8. So that
19,
is at least
and another
19.
crit.
Okay.
2d8 exclamation mark plus 4, please.
This is yeah. Oh no, it's only 12.
12.
So.
Okay. Let's see here. Minus 12. That is down by 39 so far. So 42. I think that's down by another 2. 7 times 7 is 49. 6 is 42. Yeah, so they are down to 6 members now.
So it's a game of mental arithmetics.
Yeah, what I would probably do is when I run this next time, I'm just going to have a little cheat sheet for myself to track like what the thresholds are, because that's the smarter. I'm just doing it the most difficult way. All right, so yeah, that's incredible. And then Beast is not able to act this round. He looks back over and does sort of see you there.
Yeah.
And his fellow thugs cannot do anything. So we're at the start of round 2. Beast is going to turn his gun towards you and fire. So he gets +2 to this because of the range. And his prosthetic cybernetic gun opens fire. What is your defense?
20.
20. Okay. Here's an upside. When you're in melee, the whole firing into melee thing from 3rd edition, that typically applies in here. Unless he's got a way that lets him offset that.
And he
does have that targeting sensors. I wanted you to know this, that there is there. Okay. So then he is going to fire in at you. I'm assuming as part of your landing that you've brought your cloak up against him, so you'll have the extra defense.
Yeah,
okay. So he fires. That is a 27. So it's a hit, not a crit.
Yeah.
And it does 7. Oh, that's jack dice. 9 points of damage. So what is the total RA defense you've got between your cloak and your thing? Do you remember how much the cloak gives? I don't.
You said it gives, but I think no. I'm not sure.
That's okay.
Right
I don't
now.
remember either. Let me quickly look it up again. It is, because I know where it is now. Here we go.
So
that family cape DR5.
Okay.
And 8
so then,
versus what do you call it? 8 versus fire. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, so I have ranged attack armor. The armor I wear is 8 already.
Oh, incredible. So then 13 between the two. So yeah, it hits the cloak, does not get through. You're going to have to remember to thank Bruce for that.
Yeah. I will.
If he survives through this, because then KG Beast is going to turn and run with Bruce, carrying him like he's nothing. And he's gone racing down a corridor. So KG Beast is out of sight right now. Let me move him to a different layer. And he says something in Russian to his other minions. So let me move him to...
Let's maybe kill her or kill them all or something like that.
Does sound like that. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Because of the way this is one of those happy that, I'd rather be lucky than smart. I accidentally use the exact same token to set up all the iterative attacks. It hides all of them when he goes to another level. So
yeah.
Good job, Madison. All right. Kate, your turn.
Oh gosh.
It feels like those would have stung if that had hit.
Yeah. So
what I can tell you mechanically is that the bigger the horde, every 2 members of a horde gives +1 to hit and gives an extra dice of damage. So the more you can whittle down a horde, the less chance they have to hit and the less damage they do. It's sort of an inadvertent way to give that sort of like Batman leaping from one group of thugs to the other to start beating the shit out of them and then back to the other guys and whatnot.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, probably that would be the smart idea now.
Okay.
To just so is there something like attacks of opportunity here?
I don't remember. Let me take a look. I think there is, because there's a move action.
Yeah, because then I maybe would just have to do something else, or just...
Remember, you can spend an exploit point to increase your defense by 10 in response to an attack.
That would be... Yeah.
Okay. Oh, speaking of which, we've been playing for more than an hour, so you get an exploit point.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe I will spend them to now.
Okay.
See.
Let me double check about tax opportunities. That is, they do actually carry over a lot of stuff from 3.5. There's also great rules for like chases and investigations and interrogations and stuff. So like lots of great sub rules for that stuff. Okay. Okay. Movement actions allow you to move about 20 meters. If you're curious of that, there's a charge. There's a bunch of interesting... Okay, if you, there is a thing called an opportunistic attack.
Yeah.
What it is in order to break away from targets in melee, you make a test of dexterity opposed by the closest opponent. If you succeed, critical or otherwise, you're able to flee without any opportunistic attacks. On a fail, the opponent can move with the character and can make an opportunistic attack as a free action.
Okay. Yeah, so I will just try to do that and break away from them.
That's a move action. That's not your action.
Okay.
So contested dexterity. Do you have any way that benefits breaking out of combat?
None that I see would be applicable here, I suppose.
Yeah, and remember, once per combat, you can also cancel one instance of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I still have edge on dexterity checks, so that would be...
Fuck. I rolled a 7, I believe.
Okay, so I roll 2d20 plus 4, and... so that is 21 for me.
Yeah, no problem. What does it look like as you sort of swirl and get yourself out of here?
Yeah, I think she would just jump and do a flip in the air, and then just having flipped over some guys, use her force to attack the next horde.
Love it. Go right ahead. So are you doing the same thing too? Your
yes.
Extra attacks?
I would do the double attack with the first-rate fighter.
Yep.
So
remember, you've got succession as well. Once per turn, after you make a free melee attack after putting an opponent out of action.
Yeah, and that was something I just don't understand. So can I use this one then after my action, and that counts as a different one or so?
Yeah, the only thing is, so the only restriction for using...
and only one modifier.
One modifier, correct. Yeah. Thank you for not making me... I'll look it up. I'm sure I'll commit it to memory here. Complexities. Capacities. Come on. It's so often used, and I shouldn't tease. I mean, it seems like a really fucking great game. The fact that it's got some odd phrasings in it, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
their
French
English
game.
is still better than my French, so.
Yeah, and I could imagine that even in French they would use some weird names just because they can.
Love it. Okay, so you you sort of leap over, you land amongst the second horde. I'll put you in.
I will just attack here. And 15 only.
15 is still a hit, not a crit. So 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2. Nice.
That's only 8.
8, but that's one guy down.
Okay.
Okay, and then your 1d12 plus 8.
That is, I don't know if that is a.
I don't think it's a crit. So on the d12s, it's interesting. Like the nat 1 on a d12 and a 12 on a d12 does not make a crit either way. Yeah. But if it's 10 over, that still does qualify as a crit. Or if it's 10 under, it qualifies as a crit. So it doesn't make crits more likely. It just means that the range is going to hit you. But that's a solid hit. It's not a crit, but go ahead and roll 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2.
Plus 2.
Another one's down. And because you downed an opponent, why don't you take one more at your regular full rate? Okay. Actually, because we forgot it, why don't you do 2? Because we forgot it last time. You would have had an opportunity to whittle another one down. I'll just apply it to the other horde.
Yeah, then I would give. I mean, and now I start to become greedy. But there is this Master of Combat thing where you do more damage and use a D12 instead of a D20. So I think I would just try it once.
Sure. So D12. That is. Ooh, so that would actually be under. That would be a miss, but you could spend an exploit to add plus 10.
Yeah, because so 11 under, so that is okay. So then actually, I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, let's do that.
So then it'll be 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2d6 exclamation mark plus 2. I'll adjust your exploit points for you. Oh, none explode. Brutal. But 13 for that first one. Okay. 13. Once again, they're down to 6. And then give us one more 1d20 plus 8 for the previous round's attack. I'll give you the benefit of that then.
Okay, so 13?
13 would have been hit. 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2, please.
Okay, so let's see.
Come on, explode now.
Yeah. That would be nice. No, 5 only.
5, but that brings down to 36, which means... not quite 5 yet. All right, so that was impressive. Just a flurry of violence. Okay, let's go with the thugs now. Okay, so I'm going to talk this through so you understand how the horde rules work, and for the folks at home as well. First, let's attack with the chumps up top there, individually. So they are firing into melee, which is, I think, -2, because they do not have any... Oh, that'll be on my GM screen, actually. I'm going to make use of that. Let's see. -2 for firing into melee. Okay, all right. Their bonus as the beast's men is, here we go, +1. So I have 4 of them firing at +1. I basically need a 20 in order to hit you. Neither of those are hits. So they're firing at you. They do not get in. The guys that you are engaged with, they are not going to... they're not going to... they're not going to use range attacks. They're going to use melee. So they're turning and trying to beat the shit out of you. They get 1 extra attack for every 4 members. And because you've reduced them, that means they each only get 1 extra attack. So that was well played. Also, because there are now only 6 of them, they get +2 to their attack, and they get +2 dice of damage instead of the full horde amount. +2? Let's see here.
Yeah, every makes. I mean, yeah.
Okay, and then plus. Oh, per 2 members of it, so it's +3. They would get instead of the 6 they would normally get. So, all right, so here we go. Melee attack. So these are the guys that are facing you. 2 attacks from them. They get a +7 to their attack. So they're all swinging fists. One of them manages to connect and does that is -2, so 1 + 3. It's 4d6 here. That is 6, 7. So 13 points of damage. What's your armor versus melee?
So without the cape, it's only 5. So yeah.
Is it the same for both melee and ranged?
No, ranged it was 8, and melee it is only 5.
Only 5. Okay, so then you would take 8 points of damage from them. Then the other guys, they get some shots as well. They're going to shoot into the crowd because they don't give a shit.
Oh.
But -2 is only +2 total. Okay. And those are both misses. Okay. So they're firing in at you. You manage to get tagged by one of them, but then it is your turn once again. Who knows where the beast has gone? Your turn once again. What are you doing?
Yeah, and as we see, those are pretty reckless. So if I let them go on here, there will be many dead civilians. So
Yeah.
And I think Bruce can take care of himself. He often told me.
Definitely.
So,
the beast has Bruce to thank for that cybernetic arm anyway. So.
Yeah. So they have history. So let's go on. I think I would actually do the same thing again, which is a little bit stupid, I see. But on the other hand, I don't think. Going over here. I mean, I'm into melee with them. So, I mean, maybe I can get rid of those which I'm already fighting.
Okay.
That's okay.
Let me just see if there's any other things you can do here. Because there are some maneuvers in combat as well. So on top of your edges.
Yeah, I could. I mean.
Yeah, against the horde, none of these are particularly helpful, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know about the stun grenades, whether they would do any help.
But... Oh, that is a good call. Let's see here. Especially against hordes or groups. All right, so that was right.
Freeze and stun grenades, maybe. Look, that's.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Gadgets. The freeze grenades. Let's see here. Okay, 2d6 damage on all characters within 2 meters, and they must make a Constitution test, difficulty 15. On a critical fail, they're paralyzed. On a normal fail, they're immobilized. If it's successful, they're slowed. So it basically would do some damage to them and slow them. And what was the other grenade? Paralyzing?
I have freeze and stun.
Okay, so freeze and stun has got to be the paralyzing grenade. Explodes on contact, making all characters within 3 meters paralyzed for 3 turns, unless they make a DC 15 Constitution test. And they can try it at the end of each round. Is that kind of like, Widow's Sting kind of thing of like, and keeping it in place?
Yeah, I mean, if I can do that, that would be...
Hell yeah.
Not harming anyone else.
So you have, that's one of your 5 grenades you got in your bat belt then. So
Yep.
Go ahead and so with grenades. Hold on. There was a section. It's much easier to hit with grenades, I think, than it is with other range attacks. Let's see. Where is it?
So, a successful range test, difficulty 10.
Oh, there we go. Excellent. So go ahead and give us a range attack sub. Yours is what, +7? Ranged? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. So, yeah.
Are you targeting that other horde?
Yeah, maybe, because, yeah. Otherwise, I would stun myself. That would be stupid.
Well, you just need a con test against DC 15, and then you would need a 25 to not be slowed. So, yeah, I agree with your approach.
Yeah. So let's see. Well, yeah, I think
solid.
I didn't miss the grenade.
You toss it over. There's a little spark, and then I'll say all of them are within it. Let me make a Constitution check for them. Nope. So this round, let's yellow to reflect the electricity. Okay.
So I can't use an exploit for another action? No.
You cannot. I get to do that though.
That.
But let's see here. I think there is. Let's see here. There's a way to do like a two-handed thing, or double. No, not really.
No. I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Like if you had two weapons, like a weapon in each hand, you can dual wield. But okay, so then these fellas are going to shoot once again. The non-stunned ones. Neither of those hits. And they're sort of like picking their shots as they can and fanning out. People are screaming and running out of this quote-unquote beautiful thing. There is tacky gold, filigree that is just exploding off of the wall for where the missed shots are hitting. And then these guys that are engaged with you, they have 2 attacks and they have +7 to hit. Right now, yeah. Okay. All right, so I hit you once with that. Did you want to however, it would not beat it if you increase your defense by 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that with an exploit point. You could also spend an exploit point to negate 1 hit per combat.
Yeah, I could. Then I could just wait and see how much damage I get, or do I have to say before?
No, you can wait till you see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the damage from this one is 4d8 plus 1, 4. Damage dice explode. 5. 11, 16, 17 points of damage.
Yeah, I think I would just spend the point to
Love
ignore
it. Okay, so what do we see? That this is your way of justice, I think.
Yes. I think I just I don't know. Maybe there was just a quick turn where it only scratches the armor and just not the bullets do not connect fully.
Well, and these are hand-to-hand things too. So and it's called just in time. So perhaps like just at the last second, while one guy kind of jostles you forward, you're about to get hit by another one. You sort of kip up and over his shot, you land back down. It's your turn again. What are you doing?
Okay, so
they get a con save. They're still stunned for at least 2 more.
Okay. Yeah, so then I can take my time and get rid of those I'm dealing with. So I would double attack them.
Okay.
And use the first rate fighter here and try to fish for another crit.
Okay. Love it. Okay, so the first attack will be 1d. Actually, both will be 1d12 then. 1d12 plus 8.
Yeah. 12 plus 8. So let's see.
Solid hit. Yeah, not a crit, but 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2d6 exclamation mark plus 2.
Yeah.
No. Where are these floating dice?
Yeah.
Brutal. So first, that will trigger your...
Succession.
Yeah, your... Whatever the...
Yeah, the cleave feat.
Succession. Yeah. So go ahead and give us a 1d20 plus 8 for that. Nice.
24.
Yep. That's a crit. So 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4.
Yeah. So it's just. I mean, it's fun, but I would love to explode the dice.
No kidding. Oh God. All right. Then you got your final attack 1d12 plus 8.
So, yeah. So.
Oh man, they're down to 3 guys.
10. 10 wouldn't be enough, I suppose.
10 is not actually. No, you need a 13 to hit them.
Yeah.
Do you want to
okay.
exploit?
So then, no. I think. Come on. I'll do it, and then let's live on the edge.
Yep,
so.
That's a hit, and then go ahead and give us a 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2. Come on, here it comes. Exploding dice.
It's
there.
Not,
That was the one.
Oh no. Yeah, it's only 4.
So let's just give us a 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2.
Yeah, okay.
That one might explode.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
Come
weird.
on.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh my God.
It stays at 4.
I don't know what's going on this weekend. Last night, the guys rolled so many fucking nat 1s in Fantasy Craft. It was just like beyond unfair. And not for nothing, later this afternoon, I'm running Simba Room, where only the players roll dice. So I think Roll20 has it in for the players.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. All right. But that's
that's
fucking
no problem.
flurry. Okay, so then there's 3 more guys have gone down from these hits. Then on their turn, these guys are still stunned. Let's see. Nope. So another countdown. Those stun grenades are awesome. 4 shots from those other guys. Nope. And then these guys, I actually only get plus 1 because there's only 2 of. They only get that 1 bonus. Boy, oh boy, which means they are down to. Where's the hordes? Here we go. So they had plus 5. Oh boy. Okay, so plus 5. Miss and miss. So both of them who are fighting you miss. And I cheated. I only get 1 attack because there's only 4. There's less than 4 of them. So the other 2 try and throw fists at you. Not successful. Your turn, Batwoman. What are you doing?
I think I would have to finish this mob first because it wouldn't make sense to say they are harmless now. That would be a little bit. Okay, so I will try to do the normal double attack thing I do.
You got it. Normal, or are you doing the D12 again, or are you doing D20 for
No. I think the normal one would be...
got it.
Would be... But I hope that maybe... No,
solid
22.
hit. Oh, it's so close to a crit, too.
Yeah.
So 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2.
It's 7.
It's another guy down. So you triggered. You want to make the full attack first? 1d20 for succession.
Yeah, I would just succession.
So 1d20 plus 8.
Ooh, that is a crit.
That is a crit. 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4. Here it comes. Big explosion. Let's see some green. Come on! Okay, jeez Louise. Oh, man. All right, so that is... Look at this. You have that 1d12.
Yeah. There's this one guy left, and maybe he looks a little bit fearfully at my fist.
But you could move after this as well. That is a hit. So he's down. You have defeated the first horde. Boom.
Yeah. Maybe I move over here to them, just so that I won't.
Oh, right. So yeah, they're forced to go into melee. Love it. Okay, and you leap into them. Okay, so then on their turn, these last guys. Nope. So they managed to. It was 3 rounds, right, for the stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've recovered at the end of this round. We have 4 individuals. They need 18s to hit you. Neither of those do. So they leap in, and this is it is almost laughable at how outmatched these guys are against you. You just you block or parry or redirect every single one of their attacks. Then it is your turn now. What are you doing?
Yeah, so double attack. I'm attacking this one first.
Okay.
So let's see whether I...
Defense is 11. No,
Okay.
sorry, 13 for them.
Okay, so let's see. So it's still +8, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Big hit.
No.
1d8 exclamation mark +2.
+2, yeah, okay. So that's 7. So maybe not enough.
It should be 1d8 +2, not 2d8.
I thought
You didn't
it
get a
was
crit against him. It was 13, was it? So you needed 23 to get a crit.
Yeah, okay. So
which means you have to re-roll, Ingolf. I'm sorry, you're going to have to...
Yeah.
We're going to get an exploding... Nice. All right, so first hit. No, hold on. Let me see who... Oh, yes, it isn't. I thought I might have set one of them as the initiative tracker. I did not.
Nope,
Still in our 9 month of not erasing an initiative tracker. Boom. First one's down.
So then I would use the feat to get this one. See the
Got
succession.
You mean your capacity?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In my capacity, yes.
It is literally the lingua franca of the game.
Yeah. So I missed, but
yeah, unless you're going to exploit that.
No, I would. No, would I? No. No. I only have 1 left. So come on.
3 minutes until you get your next one.
Yeah. So okay. In that case, come on. So and then I use the exploit to hit it.
That's a hit. 1d8 exclamation mark +2. This is where you see it pays off because it explodes. Right, dice?
Yeah.
Right, dice?
Yeah, that would be so cool, but I'm not sure.
There you go! Big hit! Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
All right, 20 points of damage. So that one is... what do you think? Like, do you maybe just it's a sweeping leg kick that takes 2 of them down at once?
Yeah, or maybe she just gets frustrated and hammers him again.
Okay.
So a bit unnecessary and unnecessary, but necessarily.
Love it.
Okay.
Then you've got 1d12 +8 for your final one.
This is 11.
That just misses, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, so then on their turn, they are going to try and... Yeah, but their batons kind of come out, or combat knives maybe, and they're going to swing at you. I am curious if there is a flanking modifier because of its OGL roots. I wonder if it's got that. There's a lot of modifiers for ranged. I do not see... Yeah, there's none for... I don't see one at least for melee. Okay. Awesome. The GM screen is really good. By the by. Great stuff on there. Okay. Right, so here we go. They have plus... Where are they here? I think it's only like +1 or +2. No, +4. I need a 14 to hit you. Neither of them hits. So then it is... Oh, and then the other mob. I think they're going to rush you. So they're like, you're just mobbed by the other 6 guys. Mm-hmm. They come running in, and because they're all the same, this is actually kind of neat. What I can do is just add... Yeah. So that'll be... Look at this. I can just do this. Boom. And I'll get rid of those other 2 guys, because they're identical anyway. And... But they're not going to get the benefit of having the increased numbers. They're still only going to get 1 extra attack on you. And their bonus will be based on 6 people, which is +3. So...
Okay.
Alright, so then in melee... +7. Ooh, I get 1 hit on you.
Okay.
Okay. However, I just barely hit you. If you... Oh, wait, look at that. It's 10 o'clock my time. You get an exploit point.
Yeah, that is so great that my defense increased.
Nice.
Suddenly.
So you managed seeing these guys all crowd in on you. It's not the first time. You can imagine you're fighting on the stairs kind of too. So this is just a messy thing. They miss with their 2 attacks. It is your turn, Batwoman. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I will just go in there and hit them as hard and as often as I can.
Okay.
So
are you doing the D12? So here's an interesting thing you could do.
I think. Yeah.
Just because of you had that massive benefit from your when you did your leaping in out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So you could use movement to sort of go up into the the rafters or whatever, make a discretion, a dex check to try and hide from them. And then the subsequent round, then out of nowhere go down and they become surprised. They can't attack you. And they're -5 defense, which makes it easier to hit with that D12. Not saying you have to do that, but that's one way to sort of work the numbers.
Yes, I thought about that, and if we had 1 more player, I would probably do.
Oh, nice!
But at this moment, I would say that she feels responsible because there are all these guys around, and
yeah, that tracks.
So if she doesn't keep them occupied, who knows what they're going to do?
Yeah.
So
then go ahead.
Yeah. So I think I would just change to the 1d12. And go for the extra damage.
Yeah, melee master, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Master of combat.
Yeah. So now I've seen that hitting often might work. So 13 might be
just enough. Yep, that's a hit. So that's 2d8 1d8 exclamation mark plus
2d6. Yeah.
Exclamation mark plus 2. Come on, see some exploding.
No.
God dang! 12. But that's 12. We'll bring it down to so that is I think there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because 42. So? Yep. And the next one down is 35. Okay.
So that was the first one.
Yeah,
and
now
then
you
I would
can
just choose the
succession
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Succession. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I have that ability as well. So that would be a normal hit.
That's a crit. You beat them by 10. So that's 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4.
Plus 4. Yeah. So 8. No.
Nice. Okay, but 12 more.
Yeah. Okay.
Which brings us down to 26. 4 times 28. Okay, so it'll be 4 guys left. And the one more D12.
Attack. Yeah, this was a miss, I suppose.
That was a miss, okay. Yeah. But you've really managed to whittle them down. Okay, so now one thing that they need to do when a horde, I haven't been doing this thus far because I forgot, hordes also are in keeping with Batman's ethos. Criminals are a cowardly and superstitious lot, and as soon as a horde has lost half of its members, they have to make a difficulty 15 test of willpower, or they give up fighting and run away. So, let's see here. Willpower. These guys are hardened roots of the beast, though, so... their willpower's not very good, though. All right, so let's see here. Make a willpower test. Maybe I'll make it an edge because there's some... No, it doesn't say to take it an edge. I rolled a 19, so yeah, they're still fighting.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm in for that.
Hell yes. So there are 4 of them. They're down by 6. So it's plus 6 to their roll. So they're... Let's see here. I got 1 hit on you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So,
You take, there are 4 of them, so it's plus 2 dice, so that is 3d6. Ooh, an exploding d6, that's 9. Plus 8 is 17. 18 points of damage.
so then 13 make it through. So
Okay.
that was a big hit. But,
Yeah, they are really
yeah.
ratcheting up the last minute desperation. That night, it's probably that 19 they rolled on their willpower. They know what the beast will do to them if they don't take you down.
Yeah.
Then,
now they see their chances. But
yeah. Man, your turn now, Batwoman. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I would just use the normal hit and not the Master of Combat, and use the first rate fighter again. So let's see. So that would be a hit.
That's a hit and near crit. 1d8 exclamation mark plus 2.
Yeah, okay. So that's okay.
Nice.
Finally.
Incredible. All right, so 15 brings us down to, man, there are 2. That's 2 down. You trigger your succession.
Yeah, okay. So then.
Nice. That's a crit. 2d8 exclamation mark plus 4.
So that's 18.
Incredible. That is the last of them down. What do we see as you clean house on these guys?
Yeah, so I think I punched the last one and he goes down, and I stand over him and look around. No one there, yeah.
No, yeah, the beast is gone, Bruce is gone, and the Bloodhaven PD is largely kind of just stunned and not sure what to do here.
I think I would just say arrest him, and then I would make my way.
Grapple gun your way out of there?
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so then let me just quickly check healing in this, because I don't know. Here we go. Okay, hit points represent both physical injuries and the stress inherent in combat. Consequently, they're regained fairly quickly, though resting 6 to 8 hours of continuous rest allows you to regain a number of hit points equal to the roll of their hit point die, which is added to their level of experience and the Constitution modifier. So, not there. Certain ways allow a hero to regain more hit points by receiving treatment from a character who possesses the Way of Medicine, or from capacities that have the Way of Healing if they have that superpower. Hit points lost by temporary DD are regained a lot more quickly at the rate of 1 hit point per minute of rest. Oh, they were using knives and guns and stuff, so I don't think it's that.
Yeah, I think I would just be bruised up in a way.
Okay, so you, and because you've defeated them once, you take an exploit point as well. So you managed to defeat them. I think what you will see, let's take our mid-session break here a little late, but what you would see is if you head over to the direction where Bruce seemed to have been taken, you can see that from the tire marks on the ground, it appears that there was some kind of armored van there that has now departed off into the Bloodhaven night. So, the Beast, Bruce, both are gone. What will Batwoman do next? We'll find out after our mid-session break. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Great.
All right. Hey, everybody in chat. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your weekend. Thanks for joining us in Bloodhaven. So, Kate, Bruce appears to have been taken. What do you intend to do now?
Yeah, so the first thing is I hope that Bruce still has this tracker on him. So I would like to connect to Alfred.
Bruce, okay, so...
at least if he doesn't, so I think I would have to inform Alfred anyways.
Okay, so you, because you've been contacted, you contact Alfred, and he would answer, I suppose, with Miss Kane.
Yeah, Alfred. Bad news. Bruce has been taken by the KG Beast.
I knew he was investigating something relating to the... Forgive my Alfred accent, too. I do a terrible posh English. I mean, I do a terrible every accent. That one is particularly bad. He says, I knew that Master Wayne was investigating something relating to the Odessa mob, but we have not been able, or I cannot access it from remotely, but the Batmobile is nearby. The positioning, you may be able to access that and see where he has been.
So, then do you have the location of the Batmobile, or do I have to find it?
I think, let's see here. Let's see.
I mean, I'm happy to roll for I don't know, searching or so.
No, I think you will have to roll for something else afterwards for that, but I don't think you need to roll to locate it. Again, apologies for the folks at home for me having to turn my head. I just didn't get a chance to print this PDF off. Ooh, okay.
I mean,
I think what it will say is actually he's able to patch through that information. Because it's a clue, right? One of the things I do really like, the game does a really good job of providing advice on how to gamify investigations and like what things are fun, like analyzing clues and piecing things together, and what's just like unnecessary trapping shit behind dice rolls kind of stuff. So it's very, very clearly it stands on the shoulders of a lot of the advice that like latter-day Cthulhu games, have picked up. So
yeah.
I really like that.
I was just thinking of that, of James complaining that a few perception rolls missed.
Yeah,
made the adventure very hard.
No, this game is very much about like it's solving the riddles, not like conducting investigations using forensics. Right? That's not what Batman comics are about. So you're fed this information. Here's what you find from it: is that after arriving in Bloodhaven, the Batmobile seems to have spent a great deal of time patrolling a part of downtown, particularly down near the docks and Key 3 of the port of Bloodhaven. You can, let's see how much, this is where I think the dice rolls do come in handy. You've got the way of investigation.
Yes.
I think we'll let you can apply expertise, you're detective. So give +5. So the quick search thing, have the time when looking for clues. That might not seem helpful, but there's actually really good rules for taking 10 and taking 20 in the game, and specified lengths of time for taking those things. So these kinds of abilities actually, or excuse me, capacities, those kinds of capacities can really come in handy. A reminder too, you've not yet called on your ethics.
Yes, I was just thinking that maybe, not yet, but I was thinking that maybe at the point where we could try to get Bruce away alive, that I could use justice to say, well, it is not just that he gets away, but it is very, very helpful if
I love that. I love that.
Get there out of there alive. So
okay. Then
I mean, I could use it yet at this moment.
No. Why don't you give us
wanted, but yeah.
So I think it's going to be this is an intelligence check because it is about like how much you know. I want to sort of see if you know anything about Port 3, but it is, I think your expertise in detective would apply to this, so it'll be 1d20 plus 7.
7, okay. So it's
nice
19.
Roll. Really good roll. So you know that there is, I don't see if I, well, let's see here. Give me 2 seconds with Google Translate to have a half-assed word here. English to Russian. What you know is that there is apparently a group or a gang that is related to there, and they're called the Prizraki, which translates, again, this is Google Translate, so, to ghosts.
Okay.
And as far as you don't know whether the ghosts are connected to the Odessa mob in Gotham or not. But the Prizraki seem to have deep connections to that part of Bloodhaven.
Okay, so there will be a gang.
So that's where it went. It spent a lot of time there. It then quickly drove to let's call it Little Moscow. Russian neighborhood, sort of a Brighton Beach of Bloodhaven. And he parked at a place called 32, or with the street address of 32 Gate Street. And that would have been, let me see here, about less than an hour before Bruce arrived at the thing. So if he showed up tired and bruised, it is likely at 32 Gate Street.
Okay. So it seems at least that it's worthwhile to go there for clues. Maybe I wouldn't expect him to be held there, but I would nevertheless expect to find something there that might lead me to somewhere else. And in contrast maybe to Batman himself, I would try to be very much hidden and not to go in there and punch it out of them.
Sure.
So
okay. Then why don't you give us a if you make your way, we sort of we would see you making your way across the skyline of Bloodhaven. And again, Bloodhaven is sort of like the industrial slum version of Gotham. So instead of, and did I load another image here? You know what? Here, let's use this. Just to vary things up. This is another one. I think this is a David Finch illustration. And his Gotham is pretty fucking gnarly. I like it. So let me bring you over here. I know we're in Bloodhaven, but there we go. Incidentally, there isn't any information about Bloodhaven in the GM's guide. There is about some other, or not GM's guide, the setting guide. There is about a couple other towns that are outside of that. One cool thing about the guide as well, there are specific references to issues. So when they talk about, like, Leslie Tompkins, they'll tell you what reference, where every event that they're talking about in her story is, or every place in Gotham. It's really, really clearly done from people who love and know their Batman. So, okay, so I brought you over here, but I need to clear our turn order because it's on a new map now. Go. And we'll bring everybody over. I don't think it's going to be a big surprise who you might find here. So I can bring him to the token layer as well. Okay. And boom, you go, Kate. So you make your way over here, and assuming you're being stealthy to get in, what do you think? So it's going to be a dex check for sure to be discreet. Do you have any other?
Yeah, I have discretion, so +4 on discretion tests.
Love it. Okay.
So that would be then +8.
+8 discretion. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So 2d20 +8.
Yeah. And I could have looked it up how to use the higher one. So it is 23.
23, incredible. So you managed to get yourself into, you go to Little Moscow. You can see like there's, Cyrillic writing on all the storefronts and things like that. Where 32 Gate Street is it appears to be a warehouse that is gated off. Not necessarily where the street gets its name, but there is a fence surrounding the whole thing, and it is a warehouse complex inside. It's some kind of shipping thing, or at least that's what it says on the sign. You're able to quickly swing over the gate. You get inside the warehouse, and you make your way down where you can see that Bruce is tied up within. Oh, first off, there does appear to be a vehicle that is patrolling on the outside of this, but with a roll that good, you're easily able to get past. And within, you can see that there is, in the building, at different points, there's a total of about 20 of these thugs that are in there, all seemingly members of the Odessa mob. And there is the Beast, who has Bruce tied up, and Bruce looks, if not fresh bruises, then the makeup has come off of the others. He seems to almost be unconscious, or feigning unconsciousness.
Okay.
The Beast, as far as you know, does not know who Batman is. So Bruce may still be subject to his secret identity or hiding that. What do you wish to do?
Yeah. I think
and just sorry, Ingo, just so you can judge too, there's not 20 guys in this area here right now. There's like 4 of those thugs, and then there's another, like, say, 2 groups of 10 elsewhere in the building.
But the KG Beast is near to Bruce, so
relatively near, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I might be I might. So, being a soldier, I would be very cautious to challenge him in the open. He's faster and he's much stronger than me.
Let's do this.
So,
let's have a little fun. Why don't we say that you're going to have a chance to, like, you take combat drugs or you take something. You see that Bruce is taken and beaten. Let's see what recovery would be like. So it'd be 1d. I think your hit die is a 1d12, isn't it?
Yes.
So it'd be 1d12. Your level is 12, and your con modifier is 2. So when you get 1d12 plus 14.
So it's 24.
Okay.
So then I'm
back
plus 24.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that makes it a little bit easier. So my thing is just, so at the moment I would be happy to just extract Bruce alive.
Okay.
And not trying to take this beast down. That was the whole thing I was talking up to. So she's
something to consider.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think Bruce would have been taken willingly? And if so, or if not, why would he have called you here?
Yeah, but I failed to the ingenuity of his plan to be beat up. So
No, but it's not to be beat up.
Yeah.
Surely, if it's Batman and he's planning 4 steps ahead, his plan was to get captured.
Yeah, okay. So if that was his plan indeed, I mean, I could. So maybe he was hoping that he would get some information in a way, just.
And then why would he call you here? Why would he call you to the party?
To get him out at some point. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
Yeah, that's exactly my idea. The only thing is, so is he tied to somewhere, or is he just?
Yeah, he's like tied to some kind of like metal chair. This is a warehouse, so they probably have like the heavy duty things. It's not bolted to the floor.
Yeah.
Because the beast isn't expecting anybody else coming in here.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I could throw a stun grenade or a freeze grenade just to get rid of these 4, and then try to get Bruce out while I challenge the beast. But I don't think that this will work. Maybe it would be better to just stun or freeze the beast, or at least make him a little bit slower. That would help a lot, because he's so much faster. And that is, I think that's the biggest issue she has, because he can act so fast.
Yeah.
She thinks if she does not have any advantage, he's able to beat her 3 times before she can, or at least 2 times before she can even attack once. So
remember, you got some other assets you can draw on. You've got your explosive batarangs. You still have, I don't think you've used any of your batarangs yet. So you've got 10 batarangs, and the explosive ones add 2d6 damage to whatever your thing is. So it's like your big attack, right?
Yeah.
And you're not wrong about the stun grenades too. Like that. That's another way to either slow him, because he moves really fucking quick.
Yeah.
I'm just getting.
I would just ignore the minions in a way. I mean, that's maybe not the right mindset, but yeah. So my hope is, if I am hidden in the shadows, I can surprise attack. Maybe hit the beast before he even notices me.
Yep.
And then just try to hit him as hard as I can with maybe one of the explosive batarangs.
Yeah, that's something that's worth noting too. Remember your with your strike from nowhere thing, they're surprised, which means they cannot take actions, and -5 to their defense.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should be maybe the thing. So just try to hit him really, really hard, and then move to the captured Bruce, and then try to get rid of get to free him.
Okay, we're in our last half hour. You get another exploit point.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
Heck yeah! All right, so then you are hidden right now. We can drop into the initiative order, and you can take an action. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I would like to use Out of Nowhere.
Okay.
And so everyone is surprised.
Okay.
And then I would really throw this explosive batarang at the beast, hoping to hit him at least. And
so then give us a range attack. What is it? 1d20 plus 7?
Yep.
Okay. And his defense, it'll be 12 you're trying to hit right now. Nice. That is a crit.
Yeah.
So, let me look and see if all damage is multiplied by a crit, or if it's only like base damage. Let's see here. Critical. That'd be fucking incredible if you managed to inflict a wound on him as an opening thing, so he's rolling only D12s. Okay, here we go. Critical. The damage dice of critical successes in attack are doubled, bonuses included. So that is then one. What does your batarang do? Is it 1d8?
1d4 plus 5.
2d4 exclamation mark plus 4d6 exclamation mark plus. What was the final
10.
modifier?
It was plus 5, so it is plus 10.
Plus
then.
10. You got it.
Okay, so let's see.
Nice. Holy shit. Okay, let's see what the beasts. Damage reduction. Does he have any? He does not. Okay, so here's what happens. It hits him. I'm going to spend, you see the green bar for him?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 of his exploit points to ignore that hit, because that'll almost certainly take him out of the fight. But he hits, and I think all you hear is he, slowly lowers down that cybernetic hand of his, and he looks up and around. Batwoman. He's still surprised for the rest of this round, so he can't take an action yet. Neither can his thugs. We are at the top of the round. He's going to have to find you, though. So you rolled a 23 for your stealth, didn't you? What was it?
Yeah. So, it was
23.
15 plus 8, 23,
okay.
yeah.
So he looks around, his cybernetic eyes trying to spot you. He doesn't have a great chance at this. Okay. He spends his first action looking around. She is here. Find her. He'll spend his second action trying to spot you. Nope. Batwoman. He hasn't found you yet. What are you doing?
Okay. He wouldn't be surprised any longer, but I think I would still try to use a second explosive batarang just because the
You
first
could
one...
also try and reposition yourself. It would just be another contested roll, right? You'll have a new roll for discretion.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, after a successful... okay, that makes sense.
So, and then I'll tell you what the difficulty is here. Difficulty is going to be a 14.
Mm-hmm. So... 20 plus 8. So it is again... Oh, it's 25.
25. 14. That's a crit. So I'm going to give you an edge on your next attack against him because you've positioned yourself in a way he's left him open. You can picture he's moving down on the floor of this thing. His men are fanning out, or his men will be fanning out, but he's just almost like robotically trying to study things. That crazy cybernetic weapon he's got is just ready to fire at you. You may have seen in the illustration as well, there's a giant blade on the end of that.
Yeah.
He has not seen you. You reposition yourself. He needs a 25 to spot you. Oh. I got a nat 20, which shows up as a Batman on my dice. There you are. So then his men are starting to fan out in the things. So his turn. Now, the range is a factor in this game. But I'm going to... Cover is also a factor, and I'm assuming you've got some of that up there. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what cover does? It provides DR. Not a penalty to hit. So I'll give you 7 extra DR for this. Okay. You haven't got the cloak up necessarily, but that'll give you a little something extra. Oh, god damn. That is a 29, which is a crit. You could spend an exploit to add plus 10 to your defense, which would prevent the crit at least.
Yeah, okay. I should do that, yeah.
Okay. Then it is only his base damage, which is 8 points of damage. So fires up at you. That is 8 points of damage, but between your armor, which is 5, I think, against ranged attacks, and the intervening things, you take no damage from his first hit. Second action. Critical fail.
Ooh.
I'm getting moments. I wonder if this fucking thing jams.
Yeah, or you could spend one of your points to not critically fail.
Oh, true. You know what? He's got so many other actions. I actually kind of like narratively that even though he blocked your thing, it was like, it's nothing. One little bit of the batarang got caught in there, so he's going to need to spend an action to clear it. Your turn. What are you doing?
Yeah, because I didn't attack, I think I will do that attack right now. Just trying to get. But I think, actually, let's just, I think was it the freeze one that slows you down? I think.
The freeze one, yeah, the freeze one, you make a constitution save, and if you...
Yeah, I think he's maybe his constitution is maybe too good for that, but I would try it
even
anyways.
on a success, he's slowed on a success.
Okay.
Save. On a fail, he's immobilized, and on a crit fail, he's paralyzed.
Yeah, okay, so let's just do that.
Okay.
And I think that's a normal attack, but no, it's a grenade, so it's against
grenade,
15.
So 10, yeah, DC 10. So go ahead, give us a range attack roll.
That is unfortunate.
You could spend an exploit, but that exploit point's probably...
Yeah, I don't know how the grenades scatter here. I mean...
it just means it'll be outside the range of who you're intending, I think. So, toss down. Assuming you're not.
I think there was something on the roof, from the roof hanging down, so I hit that and just
love
went
it.
somewhere else.
Okay, his turn. He's clearing the gun, and then his thugs will fire at you. They have +1. Both of those are misses. All right, so they're firing up at you, but nobody is hitting. Beast's turn again. Yeah! His thing cleared. He looks back up at you. Misses with his first shot. His second round. Come down, Batwoman! Second shot does hit, not a crit. So...
Yeah, okay. So let's see how much damage he does.
It's only 6 points of damage.
Yeah, then I would just ignore it because I have damage reduction of 8.
Against range. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to thank. I think.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah.
I think she made. No. This is your dad. Your dad is the one who I think helped outfit you with your shit. The general. I think she calls him.
Okay.
If I vaguely remember from Detective Comics.
Yeah.
All right, Batwoman, your turn again. What are you doing?
I think I would just. I mean, I think I have 5 of those grenades, so I'll just try it again. I can't miss all the time.
Okay, you're down to 3 grenades right now from the belt.
Yeah. Okay. So, and now I hit.
There you go, solid hit. So he needs a Constitution save. He's got no bonuses to it, so I need a 12 or higher. Oop, jack dice. 19. So not a crit, but I need a 12. I rolled a 19. He's got +3 is 12. It's just enough. No, it isn't. It's a 15 he needs. So he is slowed. Then let's see what do you call it? The prejudicial state Slowed means Ingolf.
Yeah.
Slowed means only one action per round.
Now we are talking.
Now he slows down. So, let's see. I'm going to make sure that round means what I think it means, not turn. Because I think it's much worse for him. It means that he's only got one action this whole turn, not each of his individual actions have only one action. Let's just double check the phrasing. Oop. Here we go. Oh, and you know what? It's not a full turn you get with the additional actions, with the higher initiative. It's just an additional action, which can be a move action or a regular action. So yeah, you fucking slowed him down to one action on 34.
Yeah.
Until he... Oh, and the difficulty of the save reduces by 2 each round.
Okay.
So that's fucking great. All right, so he is frozen, which means he doesn't get that 14 action. His minions get to fire up at you. Both miss. Ooh, one manages to hit. But it's only 1d10 damage. 5 doesn't get through your armor. Okay. Then the beast's turn. He only has one action this turn. So... Oh, he is not pleased at you. He's actually going to shoot one more turn this round because he needs a bigger suite of actions to start taking action against you. Nat fucking 20, sorry.
Okay. No problem. So that's a crit.
It's a crit, but... Yeah.
No, I can't use my last exploit point to ignore it.
Hell yes! Okay, then yeah. Do you want me to roll damage first, or do you want to just ignore it?
No, I just want not to get out.
Okay. So you see what he's going to do. He like rakes across the ceiling, his gun just firing like fucking crazy, and you deke out of the way, so it completely misses you. He makes now a con save against DC 15. I rolled a nat 1. He's still frozen. That's incredible. Batwoman, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think now I'm going to sweep down to where Bruce is.
Love it.
And I think I'm able to, I don't know, slice his if it's just ropes or, I mean, chains or something.
Or whatever it is, you'll be able to use something to just slash through. I'm fine with that. Okay.
So to free him, and then...
Okay, so he's freed. You're on the ground. That's where he is. Beast is frozen, so he doesn't get an action. The other guys do get to fire at you. I think I heard you say when you went down, you put your cloak in front of Bruce, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have done. Yeah.
I thought, funny connection. Yeah. I was pretty sure. Yeah. All right. They fire at you and miss. So they don't get any hits on you. Then it is top of the round. The beast has one action. And he's going to have to use it, frozen as he is. Oh, you know what? I don't think he gets free actions when he's frozen. So he's risking this on this Constitution save, but you can see he moves so much faster than any normal human does. The Soviet era cybernetics just will make him race across the floor. So he's right up against you. The Rima Frostrum, your freeze grenade, is still on him. Let's make the save. I rolled an 11. He has a +3 from his Constitution. I fail it by 1 point. So, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend his exploit to take an extra action. Yeah. Because he's going to try and grab hold of you while he's frozen. So this is grab. Fighters perform a melee attack in order to attempt to grab their opponent by the limb or the clothes. If they fail, the opponent can immediately perform an attack as a free action. If successful, the character does not inflict any damage, but doubles the martial arts score for following attacks, and the opponent can no longer break away. To escape being grabbed, the opponent has to use a limited action. Okay, so I'm going to try and hit you. His bonus in melee is plus 13. I need a 5 or higher to grab hold of you. I rolled a 15. He grabs your arm and like it's like a fucking vice being sealed on it as he grabs hold of your forearm. That is all he can do though, and he's out of exploit points. Batwoman, what are you doing?
I think I must use my limited action to get to get out of his grip. That's
okay. And let's see here.
So
it says a limited action. See if there's an escape action.
As an escape action, so yeah.
Let's see here. Knock you to the ground. There's special melee actions. I don't. Yeah, it says you need to use a limited action, but it doesn't actually say what you're doing.
Yeah, I would think that this is kind of a dexterity check, but
I think so. Yeah, there is a immobilize action with a joint lock or a stranglehold. The principle is the same as knocked to the ground, and I guess that's let's see here. Okay, so that action is an opposed strength versus strength.
Oh, so strength, it's hard. If I can only do strength, then probably.
I don't think. I think you also could use like a dex if you've got some kind of like escape artist thing. You know what? There is a way that I think is like a way of escape. Maybe it's got. Because however it applies to the mechanics, I bet you would be a good way of escape. Here we go.
Yeah, okay. I haven't the way of escape, so. Okay, sorry.
You have it or do not?
No, I do not.
Okay, no, it's fine. What I was looking for is for. Yeah, and it uses dex as a lot of stuff. So there must be a way of using dex in place of strength to escape this. So it'll be a contested strength versus dex. Oh man, and he's got that cybernetic strength.
Oh.
And he's got edge on your roll, but you've got edge on your dex roll. So
yeah. So let's hope. I don't know.
I got 34.
I'm pretty sure I won't get to 34.
Not 20 though. Not 20. You got two chances
maybe.
at it.
Yeah, maybe. So.
And then what do you have any ways that would benefit complexities or capacities?
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is this martial arts gives me +5 defense against martial arts, but this is maybe a different thing.
Oh, where is it here? Martial arts +5 against melee attacks unless surprised. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Add that to it because maybe you managed to like position your arm in such a way that it wouldn't have provided as good of a lock. So it'll be +9 with an edge.
Yeah. Okay. So, but then again, it's 35. Okay. So maybe I don't know.
Oh! Ethics.
Oh yes, ethics.
Yeah. You can get +6 from justice. The way what you described before of trying to.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's +6.
Just getting away. So then it's +15.
So we're
in total.
currently at +15.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Let's roll. No.
No. Okay.
25.
Okay, so you're not able to...
I can't get away.
You know what? I'm going to re-roll mine, because I'm thinking he's immobilized. He can't take a full action. So I'm going to roll with it just with it. I do have a plus... 17 to this? No, sorry, plus 19 to this, so which is why I rolled so high, because of a cybernetic strength. I'm going to roll just one dice, though. So you got a 25. I got a 26. So he is able to still maintain hold of you. All right. Then it is still not the beast's turn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Hold up. I wonder if Bruce might help you.
Yeah, maybe I'll just...
Let's see here.
If only he had an EMP in his thing, that would be so helpful.
Yeah, oh yeah, really.
Never.
You know what? Let's just say that. Let's because I mean, look, we're in the last 10 minutes of the session.
Yeah.
There's something that rolls out from Bruce's hand that the KGB doesn't see, and it flashes, and it causes him to release you. So he's still frozen. He still gets the attack on you next round, but you're not fucking stuck in place and locked down by his grip. Yeah. His guys will not be able to fire this round either. So then it is his turn to try and... He takes his single action.
Yeah.
And he's just going to try and... Shack! That knife comes out. He's going to try and get you.
Yep.
Okay.
So my defense is 25 now.
20... Your defense is 25? Oh, because of melee. Because melee, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so then it's not a crit. And his combat knife... Ooh, ugly. So that big blade of his, you're going to take 11 points of damage.
Yeah, okay.
But take 5, so 6 net.
So it's 6, yeah. So 6 comes through.
And then make a con save. He is still fucking frozen.
Okay.
Batwoman, you're up. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I would just... I mean, you could say that is not possible, but my instinct would be using the grapple gun to grab Bruce and just lift us out.
No, that's having felt like your arm is still numb, I imagine. So this is just moving through sheer will. Awesome. You grab Will. So this will be a contested dex because you're trying to break away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. His dex bonus is a +7, but it is not not with an edge.
Okay, so I have...
Ingolf?
Yeah. Oh, a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Beat my 8 and don't crit fail, but you're rolling with an edge.
Yeah, so I think I'm at +9 if I'm correct, but maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see here. It's +2 from your... No, +4 from your dex, and then what do you think in the others +3 comes from?
And no, +5. I was thinking that the +5 come from the last time we used martial arts, but that is not correct. So it's just +4. So I'm sorry,
Oh, no.
So
So it says hidden in shadows, says +8 on dexterity test taken with edge. I think that might only apply to... I think they've condensed that to the point where it's over-inclusive, but let's just take a quick look here. We have shadows is... Let's see here. Oh, that's a way of justice. Sorry, not way of shadows. Justice is one of the advanced ways, I think.
No. I think I'm only at +4, but then again, it wouldn't matter. So it's still 18.
Yeah, that's only for passing it. Oh, anyway, let's see here. What's the total? 23, and I rolled nat 1. So I think as you get to the up out of the roof, and you, through the skylight or whatever you came in on, you can hear the roar of the KG beast behind you and the clatter of that cybernetic weapon firing at you. And I think the last thing, Bruce, battered, one of his eyes almost swollen over, he looks up at you and gives you a bit of a smile, and he says, "I knew I could count on you, cousin."
Yeah. That was your plan, was it? Yeah.
We need to talk. The Odessa mob, they have a plan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But first, I think I need to see Leslie Tompkins.
Ooh.
So, what do you call it? She's a physician who knows that he is Batman. Okay. And then I think that's where we leave things, with Batwoman and the rescued Batman flying off into the night, and the KG Beast waiting to face off against Batwoman once again. Boy, Angolf, what did you think?
Yeah, it was very much fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
This works very well.
It's got, like, there's a lot of abilities that you've got for your character on it, but, like, because it's sort of a you learn it and then you know it type thing. How did the fights against the mobs feel against? To give you an idea, what is Batwoman's level? Is she 12?
Yeah, I think she is.
KG Beast is level. He's either 13 or 14.
Okay.
So he is a more dangerous opponent. The reason I had KG Beast in here, for one, I absolutely love the character. He's level 14. The reason I had him in there is because Nightwing is level 15. So KG Beast was going to be the one below, but the other villain I put in here, which is a lower level than you, is the NKV Demon, who is a protege of the KG Beast. Because they're
Okay.
I love how stupid these names are. The KG Beast was created by Jim Starlin for the 12 Nights, I think it's 12 Nights of the Beast or 10 Nights of the Beast miniseries, which was really fun. And then it was Jim Aparo was the artist, and I can't remember who I think it was, what's his name? He's the writer of Crisis on Infinite Earths and the George Perez, the classic Perez run on Teen Titans. It's not Roy Thomas, not Jerry Conway.
No, it's Wolfman.
Marv Wolfman.
Yeah.
Marv Wolfman, as a counterpart to the KG Beast, created the NKV Demon. So, that was who you were going to bite up. So to give you a context of like how tough the character is, he's significantly tougher than you because he's got a couple of levels on you. So the fact that he may have been a implacable adversary, or undefeatable, I always have difficulty with that word, indefatigable adversary, that tracks with how the math works out on it.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, that's... and I think that's also in character. It's not, Batwoman is not the one who always superpowers everyone. So
yeah. And I love that your exploding dice did have a big impact on like ending that last fight. Or twice in that last one, and then could have had a big thing, but it forced me to use two of his exploits, because otherwise he would have been rolling a d12 on all of his actions. Yeah. So I love that you could have done so much damage with it, so that's cool. But I love also that there's a mitigating factor that isn't unlimited to at least make the fights fun, or like so they can play out the way that suits the setting, because that's always my issue with Savage Worlds, is just the exploding dice to me makes it makes it so swingy in combat, and
so random, in a way, so that is something I would say as well. So in sometimes in Savage Worlds, it's just you want to roll as many dice as possible because at least one will explode. And here it's a little bit more restricted because there's only explosion in the damage dice, and makes the actions a little bit more restricted. I like that, and it felt the character felt rounded and not only be a one-trick pony and so on. So that's great.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing what what other characters might be like as well, because like the each character has different ways, which informs how you not only do you make your way through the story and the other parts of the story, but also how you. Oh, and we didn't forgot. I'm not sure if you rolled any critical fails on anything.
No, I didn't.
No, because it's cool
the only one where when I did was I spent an exploit to get rid of it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
yeah, because that's also something I think is neat too. Like the disadvantages being so sort of story related, but also having a consequential, mechanical component to it is really interesting.
Oh, but I think we nevertheless failed. At one point, I took 12 damage, and I think I should have made a Constitution test there.
Oh, right, when you were facing all those guys, right?
Yeah, because
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. That's something to remember for next time. I'm going to look on and see if there's any errata for that immobilized, because I think I'm happy with the way we played that out. But my God, is he dangerous if he gets a hold of you, though? Which kind of fits, I guess, because he's the scary, super strong, implacable dude.
Yeah. It's like Bane with an extra arm in a way.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. But I don't know. Like the minion rules, I think worked well. Like they increased the level of peril, and they really gave you the incentive of taking those numbers down early on, right?
Yeah.
And your gear.
Yeah, and it's At first, I thought I'd never be able to mow through all of them, but it worked pretty well.
Yeah, and the way that the bat belt works, where you've got like X amount of slots for it, and you can just use it that many times. I love that. I think that's a really clever way of simulating how versatile they are in the game or in the comics without it being an unlimited resource you can continually, throw. Yeah. Awesome. All right, then any last comments before we call it a session?
No, just a very, very fun game and very, very interesting to play again, I'd say. Yeah,
me too. Definitely. I think like for the street level type of play that it's going for, this is really the level of crunch and the level of detail in it really, really fits. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So then for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us in Bloodhaven for our first time getting Batman Gotham City Chronicles to the table. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the, the characters in this, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Again, I'll put a link in this later this weekend to the quick start, but you can get a free quick start from this from Monolith. So if you want to check out the game yourself, these characters, Batwoman is in there, Nightwing is in there, there's a couple other characters like Harvey Bullock. You can play this particular adventure with the characters that are supposed to be in there. I've also changed it enough so there's a little differences, and there's different ways you could approach the investigation to find Bruce as well. So plenty of ways to skin a Catwoman, I guess would be a way of saying it. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to most games we run on the channel. I got to double check to make sure it's a free thing. I might be able to post. What I'll do is I'll post a link to the Monolith thing. I was just humming and hawing over whether to post the excerpted characters, but I think what I'll just do is post a link to Monolith, and you can pick up the characters. Batwoman, as we use her in this, came from that, and all the gadgets and whatnot, those are all in the quick start rules as well. I'm not sure the quick start can be played fully on its own. You would have to do some interpretation, because there's a couple things like how many adversaries you use that I don't remember seeing guidance on, but it's a really good introductory kind of get in, kick the tires on the system adventure. There's also channels over there for most of the games and campaigns we run on the channel, as well as things like Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. Terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly people over there. You're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. So if you really wanted to track down the 1985 version of the Batman RPG published by Mayfair. You could probably find some cheap copies over there. And,
and it will have information on Bloodhaven, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they have some cool setting books. I used this in a Teen Titans campaign I ran.
Nice.
At some point.
The DC, the Atlas of the DC Universe, particularly that was published by them, it was written by Paul Kupperberg, who was an editor at DC at the time. So it's a fucking great resource as well. And the Batman one does. The Batman source book does have some good stuff. Again, if you are interested in checking this out, I would suggest the core book and the guide, because the guide has a lot of stuff on Gotham and all the stats for like most of the enemies you would want to find in it. There is some in the core book, but I imagine you would want a bigger selection of the Rogues Gallery. So that's what I would suggest for that. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to Ingolf for jumping in on this game at the last second. So thank you very, very much. I really enjoyed running this. This is a really fucking fun game.
Yeah.
Then we'll be back in the Great White North to continue our guard campaign, hopefully in 2 weeks' time. If not, I'm sure we'll have more nonsense that is superhero related that we'll be diving into. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that Bruce Wayne's favorite cousin is getting into when visiting the neighboring city of Bloodhaven. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.